Those of you who have learned Sampradaya Sri Suktam during this next 30 days, at least try to chant Sampradaya Sri Suktam once daily, including all the Bija mantras, everything. And the Nyasas and Vinyoga complete like we did in the New Jersey Yajna. Sai Ram. Om. 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 ॐ गणानान्त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः ॐ गणानान्त्वा गणपतिं गणपतिगुं हवामहे गणपतिमिति गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् उपमश्रवस्तवमित्युपमश्रवः तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ज्येष्ठराजमिति ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणः ब्रह्मणस्पते पत आनः न शृण्वन्नूतिभिः ऊतिभिः ऊतिभिरित्यूतिभिः सीदसादनं सादनमिति सादनं प्रणः नो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिः वाजिनीवतीति वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्री अवित्र्यवतु अवत्वित्यवतु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः श्री साईश्वराय नमः हरिः ओम. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hari Om, Shalom, Sai Ram, Namaste. With Bhagwan's grace, we have completed yesterday the study of the 8th, or at least attempted to complete the study of the 8th Anuvaka of Sri Rudra Kramam, and today we will get into the 9th Anuvakam. Those of you who have been listening to this Gananantva Kramapatham and also the Saraswati Kramapatham, you should all be memorized by this time. You should all be chanting. Then only you will get the understanding. The point of Kramapatham is Krama means regular, and Krama means also sequential. So once you get to where the words are getting to split, how there are two words in a single word like Jeshta Rajamiti, Jeshta Rajam, the mind automatically tunes itself into aligning with the words that you are uttering, the syllables you are uttering. You have to train the mind. And yesterday we talked about abhyasa, vairagya. Without practice, impossible to train the mind. Impossible. Instant awakening happens only with total mercy of God. And that is bestowed only one in trillion. One in trillion. The rest of us, unfortunately, have to go through the process. Huh? Somebody said their thought for the day. Swami said if one matchstick is enough to burn cotton, why are we doing Ekadasi Rudram? It's because బుద్ధి కుదరటానికి. బుద్ధి లేదు కాబట్టి ఆ బుద్ధి కుదరాలి. Means you have to focus your thought and to a point of such a laser focus, then it will become like a stick, a matchstick. Instantly it will burn piles of cotton, piles of cotton. But to get to that point, you need to have a magnifying glass lens that can take the entire sun rays and condense it into that point of focus. And how will that come without practice? The beautiful example of Ramakrishna Parahamsa of the wild elephant and the mavut. This wild elephant cannot be controlled. Oh my God. It's a wild elephant. It cannot be controlled. So this ninth Anuvakam is the longest Anuvakam of the entire Rudram. Longest Anuvakam. There are 19 yajus in this Anuvakam. That's the longest Anuvakam. Mm, Obviously, I will ask you the question, what is the shortest Anuvakam? See, that is where the mind gets focused on the technical. Now, if you turn the pages, it won't help, Manisha, because you can't be counting how many yajus are there. Huh? The 11th Anuvakam is the shortest Anuvakam. There are only 11 yajus, ruks in that Anuvakam. The 11th Anuvakam of Namakam is the shortest. The ninth Anuvakam is the longest. And this ninth Anuvakam is divided into two suktas. The first 10 represent one sukta. Sukta means a theme, a very well composed line of thought. Sukta. Suukta, that which is expounded beautifully. So Durga Sukta, or some of the Suktas are not from one Samhita. Sometimes they will be assembled from different Samhitas to give a beautiful line of thought. Veda, Vedanta. That is at the end of the Veda is Vedanta. 1008 Upanishads. 1008 Upanishads. Each of these Upanishads represent the condensation, and like Bhagavan says, the end of education is character. See, you can study all your life, but then he said very simply, the end of education is character. Boom. You can have all your education, but if you miss that last point, the character, you might have studied a lot, but you have not come to the end of your education. So only character defines how educated a person is. So the end of all the Vedas is Vedanta. What is that end of Vedas is Vedanta. You can do all the rituals that are prescribed in the Vedas. You can do all the rituals, every damn ritual. That is, in fact, there is only 98% of the Vedas is karma kanda, doing all the rituals. You do all the rituals, but if you missed one part, the most important part, which is what is the spirit behind these rituals, all that ritual is only useful for one thing and one thing only, for purification of your mind, nothing more than that. And then it keeps coming and become impure again and again and again. Your mind becomes polluted again and again and again. It cannot stand, it cannot be in that state of purity, auspiciousness. So yesterday we left at a point, we said, well, we have transcended all of this. What happens after that? Transcended from what? If you actually now go through the entire study up to 8th Anvaka, what happened? It started with purity of the body and the senses, purity of the gunas, the emotions, the instincts, purity associated with all those. And that goes from Ruk number 1 of Anuvakam 1 until Namo Astunila Grivaya Sahasrakshay Midushe, 9th Ruk. From 1 to 9 Ruks of the first Anuvakam is about purity of the body and the senses and the emotions associated with the mind. Fearlessness and unaffected by the pleasures and the pain are equally equanimity to those. And from the 10th Ruk starts the stillness until the 15th Ruk. So then what happened? The entire first Anvakam is about clarity and purity, stillness and purity. Then what happened? The reflection is now perfect. And the reflection now starts not only getting the perfection in its shape and form, but starts to imbibe the qualities of the source, as in omnipotence, second Anuvakam, omniscience, third Anuvakam, omnipresence, omnipresence, second Anuvakam, omniscience, third Anuvakam. See what you're doing, what I'm doing right now. This is what is called Nididhyasanam, Sravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. Can you sit down and out of all this Rudram chanting you have done, all the Rudram that you are teaching to others, can you sit down and go through mentally exactly what is happening with the entire Rudra process? Then you have come to the point of what we call as Mananam. All this time you are only listening, 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 listening. What it does, that all that listening will have to take you to what we call as concentrated listening, not ordinary listening, not listening while you are in a black box, doing other chores and trying to put an ear to this. That is multitasking, no. Focused unitask. And that task with complete attentive listening will lead to what we call as mananam. Means it has to be reflective and it has to be contemplative, like what we are doing right now. First Anuvakam until 9th Ruk is about purity of the body, senses, and the emotions. From the 10th to the 15th, it is about stillness. And with stillness and with purity, then you will be able to reflect. And once you start reflecting, that is what's called Chitta Shuddhi, Chitta Vritti. You can explain karma, bhakti, jnana, meditation, every damn philosophy in Rudram. I'm telling you, every damn faith and philosophy is in Rudram. 100%. That's why it is the center of awareness. From that center of that awareness, everything else came. You connect to the center, you are centered. And then what has happened is that now you begin to imbibe the qualities of that source, and that is light and heat, that is omniscient, omnipresence, omniscience, omnipotence. And then you begin to now move out of the reflection and place the center not in the reflection Begin to place the center at the center of the universal awareness, which means transcending space, fifth Anuvakam, transcending time, sixth Anuvakam, transcending identity, seventh Anuvakam. And now you have come to a point to the source of awareness. That means you have transcended beyond, from the limited to the unlimited, from the patent into the latent, and from the timed to the timeless, from the finite to the infinite. That is the essence of eighth Anvakas. Arey now khatam ya ho gaya. I have figured it out. No, no, you have not figured it out yet. You are still in concept, not in percept. How do you take this concept of infinity, oneness, unity, as Bhagavan has declared? I'm explaining so much. Bhagavan explained the entire Rudram in 3 words. I'm telling you, 3 words in 2006 during the Atirudrama Yajnam. He said the essence of Sri Rudram is purity, unity, divinity. Purity, unity, divinity. That's all he said. I am not, I am, I'm telling you, all this decades of sadhana that this body and mind has gone into is, how is it purity? How is it unity? How is it divinity? That is what this body and mind has been doing. He gave the essence like that, but it didn't. Then I went in, Swami, you have to explain. How is it purity? How is it unity? How is it divinity? How? How? Not why. How? And all that is the Jnana Yajna performed for more than 2.5 decades. 2.5 decades of Jnana Yajna. And out of his infinite grace, in 2020, right before the COVID hit, Swami said it is time now to share with all the 5 yajna that are going to happen as offering to him for universal peace. Swami said, start the centennial celebration 2020 with the Jnana Yajna. And that Jnana Yajna was for 52 weeks of Jnana Yajna of Sri Rudram. And then he said, it is time for all these Rudram chanters to begin to go into the Rudram and to be the Rudra. For that, the minds have to be focused, they need to be helped. And now we have covered 2 aspects, purity and unity. Those are the 2 that are covered from Anuvakam 1 to Anuvakam 8. Then we get into this next part called divinity. And this divinity is indestructible. Achintya, aprameya, swapra. How there are no words even to describe to what this divinity is. If you are able to describe it, then you have not really understood it. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha, where the words fail and thought ends, is where the divinity begins. So therefore, we come to 9. 9 is indestructible. In the entire numerology, 9 is indestructibility. Why it is indestructible? You take 9 and you multiply with anything and you sum it up, it will be ending up in 9 only. It won't end up in any other number. That's why this ninth Anuvakam of 19 Yajus is a very beautiful aspect about the indestructibility. What is the divine? How is it divine? And that's where we start. Nama irinyaya cha prapathyaya cha kimsilaya kshayanaya kapardine pulastaye goshtya grihya gehya talpya katya gakvareshta hradaya niveshpya pamsavya. Brothers and sisters, this is what you have to do if you are an expert chanter. Can you simply say the words that are in and be able to just connect to those words like that? Then you are coming closer into this awareness of the Rudram. So what is Irinya Prapatya Kimsila? Kimsila. Kigumsila it becomes because of the Yajurveda grammatical aspects. Kimsila. Pam Savya, not Pagum Savya. So one one aspect about all of this is to be able to say the words, and will they flow like that? That's why I keep saying Samhita Patha, Pada Patha. Padas means the words. The Shabda and the Ardha, that is a word. Shabda and Ardha together is the word. Not the word as in we understand colloquially like in English. We don't even have, and if somebody can illumine me on this aspect, I would really appreciate it. In Sanskritam, every single sound that is produced is 100% scientific, logical. If you say a, e, u, k, all those are scientific and logical. Where the sound is produced, how the sound is produced, how it has to be uttered, everything is scientific. Why a should be followed by e, or a is no, forget the dirghas, basically the syllables, what we call as the Nandikeshwara, the sutras that came from the Dhamarakum of Nataraja, the fundamental basic sounds, Shiva Sutrani, those fundamental sounds, vibrations that came from the Dhamarakum of Nataraja. There's a beautiful aspect about how the entire vocabulary and the vibrations of the universe were generated from those, in those fundamental syllables, a, e, u, r, like that. You will see. And those sounds, why a is followed by e, there is an explanation to that. Why a has to be followed by b, if somebody can tell me logic behind it, I will be grateful, because I've been looking. Why A should be followed by B? Zero clue. I've asked linguists why A should be followed by B and B should be followed by C. What is the logical construction of sound, the science of sound behind it? No answer. Why PU is put and why CUT is cut? No answer. But here, ah, ah, coming from the bottom of the heart, nabhi, from the navel, e, produced at the palate. Sound is moving from the bottom to the mouth, e, oo, constricted at the lips. Sound has moved from the navel through the heart, through the throat, through the palate, through the lips. Ah, ooh, ah, ee, ooh, ah, ooh, became the fundamental logical sound of the universe, the Om. That is the incredible glory of Sanatana Dharma. How unfortunate and how despicable that people who are supposed to learn it, carry it, propagate it, have come to a point of total ignorance. How unfortunate, how despicable. We have never even put the effort to understand the fundamental alphabet of our own thing, which completely summarizes from A to Ha. Aham is the essence of the alphabet of Sanatana Dharma. Aham, the self. It starts with A, as in the Amma, the mother, and ends A in Atma, which is the end of the whole universe. Are you all following? Now you are wondering, what is all this to do with ninth Anuvakam of Rudram? If you are not connecting the dots, it will all be connected. Everything that is spoken is relevant to the ninth Anuvakam of Rudram. So this understanding, chanting the Samhita Patam, the Pada Patham, the Krama Patham takes you deeper and deeper into this beautiful awareness spot. So Samhita Patham. Chandrasekhar Ganeshan, please chant the Samhita Patham without looking at the book.
ॐ नम इरण्याय च प्रपथ्याय च नमः किगुंशिलाय च क्षयनाय च नमः कपर्दिने च पुलस्तये च नमो गोष्ठ्याय च गृह्याय च नमस्तल्प्याय च गेह्याय च नमः काट्याय च गह्वरेष्ठाय च नमो हृदयाय च निवेश्याय च नमः पागुंसव्याय च रजस्याय च नमः शुष्क्याय च हरित्याय च नमो लोप्याय चोलप्याय च नम ऊर्व्याय च सूर्म्याय च नमः पर्ण्याय च पर्णषड्याय च नमो पगुरमाणाय चाभिघ्नते च नम आखिदते च प्रखिदते च नमो वह्किरिकेभ्यो देवानागुं हृदयेभ्यो नमो विक्षीणकेभ्यो नमो विचिन्वत्केभ्यो नम आनिर्हतेभ्यो नम आमीवत्केभ्यः.
Very good. Sometimes the mind is pausing,
Trying to figure out.
trying to figure out what is coming next. Yes. But when you are mechanically chanting it, uh, it absolutely just, it has no connectivity to it. So it's like a machine running. It has no effect on the system. Now, some people, but to be able to chant in speed, you need to be perfect. You need to be perfect in slow chanting. If you are not perfect in slow chanting, including every syllable, varna, swara, matra, balam, sama, santar, all those aspects, if you cannot chant so perfectly in slow speed, you will not be able to create that same vibration in the higher speed. I noticed this in all the yajna that happened. By the way, it is really incredible that many people, many Ritviks this time in United States, in the New Jersey yajna, I would say at least 85-90% of the Ritviks were by 6:45 for Guru Prarthana and doing the Mahanyasam chanting and doing the Japam. Very nice. That sets the tone for the rest of the day. And this beautiful 19 longest Anuvaka, the ninth Anuvaka, starts with Irinya, Prapathya, Kimsila, Kshayana. What all these words mean literally. And the most common mistake made by everybody, including the priests, they all say Hrudayayacha. It is not Hrudaya. It is not Hrudaya in that word. It is a Hradaya. Hradayayacha. Hradayayacha Niveshpyayacha. No, no. Because, you know, we read and we interpret words in our own awareness. They never know that if you didn't know that there is a word called Hradaya and you only know Hrudaya, you will be saying Hrudayayacha. Salam, nobody. I keep listening to who will say Hradaya. 99% of the priests say Hridayaya Namo, oh Hridayaya Chanivesh. That's how they will chant. Not, I'm not talking about appointing mistakes or anything like that. It's just when you have that awareness, you say, oh, that is not that word. So, Kim Sila, okay, Irinya, Prapatya, what are we talking about in this Anuvaka? Let's go through the Kramapatham and then we will look at the Shabda and the Ardha and the Shabda. Okay, you are sharing, Sairama, you are able to share. That's Devanagari. Okay. For this Anuvakam, the Rishi is Bhagavan, the Chandas is Mahanushtup, and the Devata is Bhagavan. This Anuvakam has two. When you go to the refrain with Devanagam Hridayebhya, the Chandas changes. But this is until that point. Anirhatebhyo, Amivatkebhyo, that point, the Chandas is the Mahanushtup. ॐ नम इरिण्याय इरिण्याय च प्रपथ्याय प्रपथ्याय च प्रपथ्यायेति प्रपथ्याय च नमः
ॐ नम ईरण्याय ईरण्याय च प्रपथ्याय प्रपथ्याय च प्रपथ्यायेति प्रपथ्याय च नमः
Okay, say the prapathya.
प्रपथ्याय
Yeah, chant again.
ॐ नम ईरण्याय ईरण्याय च प्रपथ्याय प्रपथ्याय च प्रपथ्यायेति प्रपथ्याय च नमः
Irinya, Prapathya. Those are the two words in this Ruk. Irinya means infertile, useless land. Prapathya, Prapathya, Patha means path. Patha, path. Patha is path. Prapatha, Prapathyaya means very beautifully seamless path. That path that is straight like a broad, like a highway. Prapathya. That which is useless, that which is streamlined. Kim Shila. Kim Shila. Shila means rock. Kim Shila means that ground which is filled with these rocks. And Chayana means that place that is habitable or livable. Prapathya has two words. Prapathya. Pra means, pra always means well manifest. or depends upon pancha. Pancha. Pancha means five. Pancha, beautiful expression of the five. That is what is prapancha. Have you ever connected to that word like that? Prapancha means you are saying world. That's not what the word is saying. Pancha means five. Pancha means a beautiful manifestation of the five. Pathya means beautiful manifestation of a path. नमः किगुं शिलाय नमः किगुं शिलाय किगुं शिलाय च क्षयणाय क्षयणाय च नमः
ॐ नमः किगुं शिलाय किगुं
Kigum Shela. That gum is
gum
should be
is not.
uh,
ॐ नमः किगुं शिलाय किगुं शिलाय च
Kigum Shelaya. That gum also should
is
be
another.
the Anudattam, is what I was thinking. But let me check here. Uh, Namah Kigum. Okay, Kigum. That first one, the Anudattam under the key is not correct. You have to take it out. Namah Kigum Shilayam. The next one is correct. Kigum Shilaya cha.
So no anudatam on the key is what you're saying.
No, no Anudattam under the. So Namah Kigum Shilaya. Kigum Shilaya cha. In the next one, it is correct.
Okay. ॐ नमः किगुं शिलाय किगुं शिलाय च क्षयणाय क्षयणाय च नमः
Yes.
नमः किगुं शिलाय किगुं शिलाय च क्षयणाय क्षयणाय च नमः
Mm, mm, mm. So in the Samhita Pata also, the Kigum Silaya, Kigum doesn't have any swaras. Nama Irinyaya cha Prapatyaya cha Namah Kigum Silaya cha. See how we chant in the Samhita Patam? Same thing there. Namah Kigum Silaya, Kigum Silaya cha. च क्षयणाय क्षयणाय च नमः नमः कपर्दिने कपर्दिने च पुलस्तये पुलस्तये च नमः कपर्दिन कपर्दिनः kapardina means the one who has a shaved head. Kapardina, oh sorry, kapardina means the one who has the matted locks of hairs. Pulastaye means the one who has no hair or straight hair. What is this to do with now suddenly? What we are talking about? Huh? From shifting from the one with matted locks and the one who is completely shaved head. Just for practical purposes, they are one and the same. The one with matted, beautiful locks of hair is Satya Sai. The one with no hair and completely tied up in around a cloth around his head is Shirdi Kapardine Pulastaye. But that is not what implied here also. That is what this mind connects to because it doesn't see anything else other than SAI. But for that mind which is not tuned into that SAI, simply means matted locks and the one with a shaved head. This matted locks and shaved head, kapar dine pulastaye. Kapardinaha, the one who is completely. So there are two types of renunciates you see. The Shiva himself, who is completely matted locks of hair, and then you see a Shankara, as in Adi Shankara, who is completely renunciate. Renunciation is two things: not paying attention to what you have, or getting rid of what you think is beautiful. So it's renunciate. You are not attached to your hair, whether it is there or not. If it is there, you don't care. You don't care whether it is there or not there. So you are in this state of equanimity, touched and untouched by the presence or absence of something that is on your head. It is there. How much attention you pay to this? Huh? There are bald people and bold people. The bold don't care, and the bald try to cover it up. Why it is there, not there, who cares? The world does. If you care about the world, you care. Kapardinecha, pulastayecha. Now, Namah Kapardine, Kapardine cha Pulastaye, Pulastaye cha Namah.
ॐ नमः कपर्दिने कपर्दिने च पुलस्तये पुलस्तये च नमः नमः कपर्दिने कपर्दिने च पुलस्तये पुलस्तये च नमः
Namo Goshthyaya, Goshthyaya cha. Goshtha eti go sthyaya.
ॐ नमो गोष्ठ्याय गोष्ठ्याय च गोष्ठ्यायेति गो स्त्याय ॐ नमो गोष्ठ्याय गोष्ठ्याय च गो गोष्ठ्यायेति गो स्त्याय
Very good. That sthya, sha, tha. It's not goshthyaya, goshthyaya. It's not goshthyaya. It is goshthyaya, like jesthaya. Goshtya has two words in it. Go sthyaya. Go sthyaya. Literally speaking, Goshtya or Goshtham is a place where the cows stay. So that's a cow shed is called Goshtyam. Goshtyam. And a cow shed, it's not two words, no. Yeah, it is two words. There is a cow and there is a shed. Therefore, it is Go Sthya. Sthya means where it is located or placed or present. Where a cow is present is called Goshtya, or Gosthya together becomes Goshtya. Is there any kind of logical sequence to these words from a literal meaning perspective? What you're talking about, infertile land, highways, rocky ground, habitable place, kapardine, pulastaye, goshtya, cowshed, gruhya, gruha, gruhya, gruha, that which is home, gruhya, talpya. Talpya is a place where there is a bed. Talpam is bed. Talpya on the beds. Gehya in palace. Katya jungle. Gahvareshta mountain caves. You have absolutely no idea what this Anuvakam is talking about. There is no logical sequence to that. So let's go to Goshtya now. And oh, we finished the Goshtya now. Grihya. Cha grihyaya. Grihyaya cha. Cha namaham.
ॐ च गृह्याय गृह्याय च नमः च गृह्याय गृह्याय च नमः.
There is a mistake in the next one. Namastalpyaya. That Namastalpyaya is missing.
Oh, okay.
So, Goshtya, Grihya. Go. The word go has many, many meanings. Go in colloquial interpretation is govu, or what we call as gava, or which means cow. But go also means the individual self, the individual self. Govinda, Govinda. Goshtya means the place where the individual self is. Grihya means the home of the self, the temporal location of the jiva, and the permanent location of the jiva. Jiva here is the jivatma, or the finite self, finitized self. It is not finitized. Your perception is that it is finite. So your identification of the self present within your body is goshtya, but the home of yourself is not this body. Goshtya, grihya, talpya. Now let's go to talpya. Namastalpyaya, talpyaya cha gehyaya, gehyaya cha namaha.
So Namas Talpyayacha itself is missing the whole line.
Namastalpyaya is missing. Talpyayacha
Yeah,
is there,
that's
but
what we.
Namastalpyaya is missing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Om
Om
Namastalpyaya Talpyaya cha Gehyaya Gehyaya cha Namaha Namastalpyaya Talpyaya cha.
Namastalpyaya. Ma is not up. Namastalpyaya.
नमस्तल्प्याय तल्प्याय च गेह्याय गेह्याय च नमः
Namah Katyaya, Katyaya Chagahvaresthaya, Gahvaresthaya Gahvaresthayeti, Gahvare Sthaya.
ॐ नमः काट्याय काट्याय च गह्वरेष्ठाय
No,
sorry
no, no.
yeah sorry च गह्वरेष्ठाय गह्वरेष्ठाय च गह्वरेष्ठायेति गह्वरे स्थाय
Shruti, you're losing Shruti in getting excited. You're getting excited. Don't get excited. Yeah. Okay.
ॐ नमः काट्याय काट्याय च गह्वरेष्ठाय गह्वरेष्ठाय च गह्वरेष्ठायेति गह्वरे स्थाय
Cha namaha.
च नमः च
Hmm.
नमः
Okay. I can hear the Shruti in the background. So always being grounded in the Shruti is the most important. You should not deviate from the Shruti. And that comes with an inherent ability of staying with the self. And that staying with the self is a Shadjam. The self for Shadjam. Shadjam is Sa. Only two notes in music that are unchanged, Sa and Pa. That Sa is the self and the Pa is the Parabrahman. This Sa and that Pa are the grounding notes. That's why you start with the Sa, Pa, Sa. Self, Parabrahma, self. Now, music explained in spirituality. You see, everything becomes spirituality. Music becomes spirituality. This beautiful insight to this mind was given by Mahaswami Kanchi Paramacharya. He explained the entire music to me in spiritual sense in one beautiful vision. He's an incredible musician and a magician too, but magic never expressed through him. It did. He did some leelas, incredible miracles. Mahaswami of Kanchi is the one who is the Prathama Guru for this body. And this entire mind turned towards Veda is his grace. Is his grace. When this body was 5 years old, it happened. He used to come and do Chaturmasyam in the Dattatreya temple, and there is a Veda Pathasala in my hometown. Mahaswami used to come there and do Chaturmasyam, and all these Veda Pathasala kids were there. Anyway, I won't get into that, but why I got into this, your Sapa Sa. So Mahaswami told the entire music is spiritual, and it's called Nada Upasana. Upasana means getting close to that asana, seating close to the nadam, and that nadam is the vibration. Now that nadam is the vibration. What vibration we're talking about? The vibration of the self, the sa, the vibration of the universe, the pa. Both are unchanged. They are fixed, and in between the entire system of ragas is based on just the two mas, 72 melakartas is based on the first ma and the second ma. Mahaswami said that ma is maya, and just the change of maya resulted in this entire world. Similarly, in music also, 72 melakartas are just based on ma, the madhyam, which is the maya, and that maya is the medium through which the whole world came. So pay attention to ma and pay attention to sa and pa. That's it. You are in Nada Upasana. Why did I choose Chandrasekhara? Because your Sa is sometime becoming Re, and stay with the Sa, and the Pa is the lower note of the Anudattam. That's it. Entire Vedam is based on Sa, Ni, Re, Pa. And if you go properly, it is Sariga Pada. Life becomes Mohanam. Abba. Life becomes Mohanam. Sariga Pada. Walk properly. Sariga Pada in Telugu means Sarigga Pada. Sariga Pada. Sariga Pada. That is Mohanam. There is a little bit deviation, it may create some confusion. It also beauty Shiva Ranjani. That's also Sariga Pada. Jai Sai Ram. Now where are you? Are you in Sa or not?
Uh,
Okay. Chant Gakvareshtaya Gakvareshtaya Namaha.
ॐ नमः काट्याय काट्याय च गह्वरेष्ठाय गह्वरेष्ठाय च गह्वरेष्ठायेति गह्वरे स्थाय च नमः.
Sthaya down or up?
No, there is a
Gakvareshtaya. Sthaya. Correct. Chanamaka. Please, yeah.
ॐ नमः काट्याय काट्याय च गह्वरेष्ठाय गह्वरेष्ठाय च गह्वरेष्ठायेति गह्वरे स्थाय च नमः.
Okay. Gahvareshtaya. We talked about Goshtya and then Gahvareshtha. In Goshtya, there are two words. Go Sthaya. In Gahvareshtaya also, there are two words. Gahvare Sthaya. Sthaya means that which is Stha, means totally present. Stha means present. Sthaya means that which is present where? In Go, we already talked about. And then there is Gahvare. It is also present in Gahvara. What is Gahvara? Gahvara. So a lot of people don't. Some people are saying Gavvareshtaya. It is a Gahvareshtaya. Because when you come to practice sessions, you will be able to really, in the Rudram practice sessions we conducted before the Yajna, you will go through all these details and you will be able to chant yourself, and somebody listening and telling you it is not Gavvareshtaya, it is a Gahvareshtaya. Gahvara. Gahvara means a secret place. Gahvara colloquially means a mountain cave, deep in the cave. Gahvara. So that which is present in Gahvara, deep within a cave, deep within a cave. Brothers and sisters, this is an amazing what we are simply chanting has such an amazing awareness associated with it. We talk about Goshtya, Grihya, Talpya, Gehya, Gahvareshtha. What are the meanings of those words that I just mentioned colloquially? Goshtya, Grihya. Goshtya is cowshed. Literal meanings. Grihya is the home, and we went through what a home is. Uh, who remembers what a home, HOME, what a home is, and what a house is? Who remembers it? Does anybody remember what a home is?
Om
Home
is
is
Okay.
where Om
with
is, where he is.
అట్లా చెప్తే ఎవరికి అర్థం కాదు, సరిగ్గా చెప్పాలి. HOME.
OME.
ఎస్.
In the
HO.
center of home is Om,
Uh-huh.
and is enveloped, and inside is he.
Home is Om enveloped by He.
He.
HE. That is a home. That is Grihya. Grihya. Then there is the Goshtya, Grihya, Talpya. Talpya is where the place where you rest. Gehya is a beautiful palace. Katya is a jungle. Gahvareshtha is a mountain cave. So this number 4, number 5, number 6, restfulness. Restfulness as it relates to a place that is a thorny jungle, to a mountain cave, to a cowshed, to a home, to a palace. What beautiful. They don't make any sense when you are talking about it. But when you connect to the essence of it, we're talking about being yourself, being yourself independent of the state of the place where you are. నిండార రాజు నిద్రించు నిద్రయునొకటే, అండనే బంటు నిద్ర నదియునొకటే, మెండైన బ్రాహ్మణుడు మెట్టు భూమి ఒకటే, చండాలుడుండేటి కరి భూమి ఒకటే, ఆఖరి భూమి ఒకటే, బ్రహ్మమొక్కటే పర బ్రహ్మమొక్కటే పర బ్రహ్మమొక్కటే పర బ్రహ్మమొక్కటే. The place where you rest, that rest is dependent upon your state of mind. Whether you are a king and you sleep in a palace on a beautiful bed, or whether you are a servant who is sleeping on a floor after an entire day of work, the joy of sleep associated with both individuals in two different places, the sleep is the same. The experience of the sleep is the same. Deep sleep we are talking about. Similarly, your state is changeless, but the place in which you are present is changing. It can be a thorny jungle, it can be a mountain cave, it can be a cow shed, it can be a beautiful palace, it can be any place, but your state of presence and yourself is not changed. Therefore, what we looked at until now, Irinya, Prapatya, Kimsila, Chayana, Kapardina, Pulastaya, Goshtya, Grihya, Talpya, Gekya, Katya, Gakvareshta, everything is associated with this changeless state of the presence, which is throughout the same. What has changed? Until before the eighth Anuvaka, you are affected by all these things. But you come to this ninth Anuvaka, the nine is the changeless. And that nine associated with everything that is changing. Nine associated with everything that is changing. Please pay attention to this. This is what we are talking as awareness in the Rudram. 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 times 3 is 26. 36. Sorry, what? Look, completely lost my mathematics. 27. 2 plus 7 is 9. 9 times 4 is 36. 3 plus 6 is 9. Do the math. 9 times 5 is 45. 4 plus 5 is 9. What is changing? The number associated with the 9 is changing. But the sum of whatever happens with that is changing, is changeless. Similarly, your state of presence. बाल्याद्विश्वपि जाग्रदादिषु तथा सर्वास्तवस्वपि व्यावृत्तास्वनुवर्तमानमहमित्यन्तस्फुरन्तं सदा स्वात्मानं प्रकटीकरोति भजतां या मुद्रया भद्रया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये. Now you are all thinking I am some pandit who knows all these shlokas. No, I have absolutely zero. Never studied any of these mantras, never studied any of these shlokas. If you want to look at one miracle of Bhagavan, how in his awareness all this expresses, then you will notice from Sangeetam to Sahityam to all, every aspect of life, you will be able to connect to the changeless in the changing. When you sing, it is His glory. When you talk, it is His glory. When you chant, it is His glory. When you are silent, it is His glory. That glory is not changing. You connect to the changeless in the changing. That is what has changed. Until now, you are changing with the changing. That's why if you listen to those videos from last week, how we connected to what is it that you are connecting to is the subject and not the object. The objects are changing, but the subject is unchanged. And so now, until 8th Anuvakam, you have come to a point of unity, and in that unity, now from that perspective, when you start your life, your point of view is now unity, and in oneness. When you start looking at the world, you will only begin to notice that oneness. Svatmanam prakati karoti bhajatam ya mudraya bhadraya tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye namayidam Sri Dakshina Murtaye. That is the beautiful beginning of the 9th Anuvakam, and it has a lot more incredible expressions of how this divinity, the changeless in the changing, కదిలేవన్నీ కదలని వాడి మీద ఉన్నాయి. Now in Telugu I am talk. All the things that are changing are present in the changeless, and that is the beautiful dhyanam of this murti, the idol now associated with Shiva. Everything on Shiva is moving, but Shiva is not moving. Everything on Shiva is moving. You connected to that? Everything on Shiva is moving. But what is Shiva doing? He is not moving. He is completely still. He is completely still. By the way, these dancers always show Shiva as some ferocious guy, and then they shake their head and hands and do all of that. When they depict Shiva like that, I get really, you haven't really understood who Shiva is. He is completely still, completely clear, completely pure. He did not destroy Daksha. That is also people, they think that Shiva destroyed. Shiva did not. From his dance, the Tandava, he took one hair out and then he hit it on the ground. Then he became Veerabhadra and he went and killed Daksha. This is all symbolic. This is all completely symbolic. So the Murti of Shiva you are seeing, the unmoving and everything on him moving. First thing that is moving in the head is the water that is moving as Ganga. In the forehead, it is the Agni that is moving as the third eye. and all the body adorned the neck. There is a huge snake that is moving. There is one thing that cannot, one being that cannot be still at all, always moving, is the snake. It cannot be still. Snake is never still. It is some part of the body is constantly moving. So around the neck there is a huge snake. On the shoulders there is snake. In the on the foot there is a snake. Patanjali. Huh? All these are snakes. They're constantly moving. In the head, the water is moving. Forehead, the Agni is moving. What is he doing? He is in meditation. He is still. What a beautiful dhyanam. So, like you, in the head, wife is moving constantly. There are only two things that are moving in you. You connect to those two things that are moving in you. What are the two things that are moving? The first thing that is moving is your prana, your breath that is moving, all the time moving. Whether you know it or not, it is moving. 21,600 times it is moving in a day. In the head, it is moving. Thought is moving. And the symbolism of Shiva having a Ganga and a Parvati as two consorts means Ganga, the prana that is moving, Gauri, the thought is moving, and those are the two that are moving. They are the kinetic, the Shakti in your body. But who you are is this unmoving Shiva, and that is the beginning of the Anuvakam number 9. Let's close with Yadaksharapada Bhrashtam. I see Sri Vidya is back. You can close with Yadaksharapada Bhrashtam.
यदक्षरपदभ्रष्टं मात्राहीनं तु यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देव नारायण नमोऽस्तु ते विसर्गबिन्दुमात्राणि पदपादाक्षराणि च न्यूनानि चातिरिक्तानि क्षमस्व साईश्वर अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रक्ष साईश्वर अपराधसहस्राणि क्रियन्ते हर्निशं मया दासोऽयमिति मां मत्वा क्षमस्व साईश्वर हरिः ओं तत्सत् श्री साईश्वरार्पणमस्तु
Swasti.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
Jai Bolo.
जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की
Jai
Jai.
bendiciones para todos. Sai Ram.
Yes,
Sai
Sairam. Are there any
Ram.
questions?
No.
Sairam, thank you.
Sairam uncle, I have a question.
Hmm.
In the Kramapatha, as 50 words are counted, how are they counted?
How
Because
are
when
they
I
called?
count, I try to count every 50.
Right. Your voice is down. I can't hear.
Is it better now?
Yeah.
How are the words counted? What forms the 50 is what I was looking at Kramapatha. Every 50 are cha and namaha excluded? Are the splits counted? How are the words counted?
If I understand you, you're confused about how the words are counted.
Towards 50, like
No,
what composes
towards
every 50?
what compose every 50 words is 150. Okay.
When I counted, let's say Anuvakam 9, right, from Nama Irinyaya, do
Uh-huh.
we look at the Samhita Pata and count the words as 50? Because
No,
that, or Kramapatha?
no. It's a Samhita Pata only. You count as Samhita Pata only, not as Krama Pata. How do you, because if you count as Krama Pata, then you will double because you're going 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, like that, 4, 5, like that you are going. So what you count is Nama, Irinyaya, Cha. That is three words. Nama Irinyaya. So when you look at this Anuvakam, what is saying? So the first one is Nama Irinyaya. So what is the second word? Irinyaya. What is the third word? Cha.
Cha.
Irinyaya cha. What is the third
So,
word? So chaprapa. So third word is cha. Fourth word is prapathyaya. Cha prapathyaya. Prapathyaya cha. Now prapathya has two words in it. Prapathya. It is a compounded word. So therefore, to let the student know that there are two words in that one, then it is broken out. Prapathyayeti प्रपथ्याय iti prapathya. Therefore, they wherever that comes, then you say there it's a compounded word. Then we say go. Then we start there. Prapathyaya cha, prapathyaya cha, cha. Next word is namaha. Cha namaha. So I don't think there is
so
any confusion.
I counted all the words. So cha and namaha, do we keep towards the count or only once?
Yes,
Is
ma. That's what I'm saying. It is. If you are looking at this, Nama Irinyaya, Irinyaya cha, cha prapathyaya, prapathyaya cha prapathayeti prapathyaya, cha namaha. Namaha is also taken into. It's counted as a word. So then you go, then the 50 words in this will end at ulapyaya cha. Ulapyaya cha will count 50. Go count.
okay,
Nama
uncle.
Irinyaya.
I think I got confused because I'm looking at English script, right? So I counted chas also as separate words. Actually, looks like it's compound prapathya cha as one word
No,
like
no,
that.
cha is a separate word.
Then it
Cha
comes more
is
than 50.
ఇక్కడ కూర్చొని లెక్కలు రాసుకో కూర్చొని సంహిత పాఠం తీసుకొని యా సంహిత పాఠం తీసుకొని నౌ ఇఫ్ యు పుట్ ద నెంబర్స్ ఆన్ ఇట్ దెన్ ఇట్ విల్ బి క్లియర్ ఇఫ్ యు వాంట్ నమ ఇరిణ్యాయ చ ప్రపథ్యాయ చ నమః కిగుం కిం శిలాయ చ క్షయణాయ చ नमः कपर्दिने च पुलस्तये च नमः गोष्ठ्याय च गृह्याय च नमः. Now if you count like that, then you will come exactly
Yeah,
50 words. Yes.
yes, and I just
Yeah.
counted
Yeah,
Samhita,
you
it's
should.
coming to 50.
Yeah. లెక్కలు నేర్చుకో మళ్ళీ.
Cholapya cha. Okay. Yeah.
Cholapyaya. Okay. Your confusion is this. Because you don't know the sandhis, then you forgot to count cholapya as two words.
Yes. Ulapya, yeah.
అది అక్కడ ప్రాబ్లమ్. So
Right.
then what happens is you are thinking cholapya is one word. Cholapya is not one word. Cha ulapya. That is two words.
Right. I got it. I got it now. Thank you.
So you have to know cholapya. So in this one that's pretty much where the so sometimes now if you don't count if you counted the Samhita Pata cholapya is one word, then there is a problem. It is cha ulapya becomes cholapya.
Or
Okay.
Namaskalpya also.
Namastalpyaya is two words. Namaha.
Yeah, that's what. But it is written together in
But
Devanagari.
right. When you are
Abhignate cha, cha bhignate cha, all this cha plus
correct.
abhignate.
So now Namastalpyaya is not one word. Namaha Talpyaya, two word. That's why in Kramapatham it is telling you clearly where the words are and which are the compounded words. That's why if somebody learnt Vedas means the first question that you asked is, have you learnt Rudra Kramantam? If that person has not learnt Rudra Kramapatham, that means they have not learnt Rudram. Now you can ask how many people here learnt Rudram. Because you did not learn where the words are, how they are split, and what are the compounded words. Until you learn Kramapatham, you have not learnt Rudram. చెప్పు మీ అన్నయ్య కూడా చెప్పు. You have not learnt Rudram Ra. Shekhar uncle just told me. Yes, where is Gayatri? Have you learnt Rudram? She dropped. Okay. Yes. Okay, what is the next question, Karma? Practice session will be there coming week. Why is that a question? You are not in town, ma? Is it there next week? Why you are asking question?
No, actually, Sairam, this is Someshwar here.
Ah.
Last there was no session for practice. Last week we
Oh,
logged on.
yeah. Oh, you mean
No
the
practice.
the Wednesday
No
practice sessions,
practice.
Wednesday practice. I see. Okay. You know, we haven't started the practice session. People are just getting a break from practice session. The sadhana will start from October 15th. But in the meantime, yes, you can practice on your own and also learn Mahanyasam. Ujjain Yajnam, learning chanting Mahanyasam and submitting a recording of Mahanyasam will be one of the key criteria for Ritvik selection. Because the next level will be to be able to chant Mahanyasam and Kramapatham also. Because how many beautiful in this yajna, how many people were chanting Mahanyasam? At least they were looking at the book and chanting, but a lot of people were chanting Mahanyasam. And in fact, Mahanyasam chanting, and there was another thing called Arunam chanting. Arunam chanting is a little more advanced chanting, but it's not as advanced as it is. But Mahanyasam is more important for before Abhishekam than any other thing, because with Mahanyasa you will have the aspect about placing your mind at the right place before doing the Ekadasi Rudrabhishekam. That's why Mahanyasam is critical. And all these were, yesterday somebody was asking me, was all this planned? Did you chant Mahanyasam because we have to prepare for this? I said, no, there was no agenda. But if you stopped learning at Rudram, you stopped. Devi Mahatyam, now also I announced in the Ujjain thing, this time we will not try to separate a Rudram Ritvik from a DM Ritvik. Integrated. Chanting both Devi Mahatyam and Rudram is much more beautiful experience. Chanting Mahanyasam is a much more beautiful experience. So bring people, and some people are feeling pressured, and there is only pleasure, no pressure. If you are not ready, you can be there to help as a volunteer. That in itself is a great pleasure for the yajna. What is more greater than being at the place is right next to Shipra River. The place where the yajna is going to happen is right next to Shipra River, and it's a beautiful ashram by a sadhu by name Sai Das, and he started this beautiful place called Prashanti Dham, where there is a hospital, where there is a school, where there is a beautiful mandir of Shirdi Baba along with Bhagwan. And if you look at that altar itself, you will be like, wow, how Swami chooses all these places. And then after that, going to this incredible Puttaparthi and doing a Sahasralingarchana, how all of this is Bhagwan's grace flowing on us. Here is the place, Prashanti Dham. This is the Prashanti Dham. Prashanti Dham. That is the altar where there is Baba, both the Babas, Shirdi Baba Murti, Here is the Kshipra river flowing right next to the ashram. There's a school and a hospital. And now coming here, if you are unable to chant Mahanyasam, and there is very close, there is Atmalingeshwar Mahadev temple. Okay. Atmalingeshwar Mahadev temple. This is the place where the fifth yajna is going to be offered to Bhagwan. And this is the bird, this is the actual view of the buildings. Yeah, here you see here. This is the beautiful mandir. Here is dhuni. There is a constant dhuni, like in Shirdi, that is burning at this place. This is the mandir. I haven't shared any of this with people yet. See, that is the altar, that is the mandir, and this is the place where yajna is going to be offered. And that is the steps to the mandir, and that is Hanuman in the mandir. That's the view of the altar. Jai Sai Ram. I'm taking a lot of time of yours. Have a blissful Sunday, and there is Mahanyasam class, and we are learning with Prati Purusham at this point. Jai Sai Ram. Any other questions? Otherwise, we'll close with three Shantis.
There's a video also of this ashram on YouTube.
Oh, I've seen it in person, so I will find that. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti